Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Deneen, and this is Designed by Denine. This week I'll be joining the Look for Less challenge for my first time ever, hosted by the beautiful and talented Yami from the Latina Next Door, and her co-host for this week, Hayley from the Farmer and the Southern Belle. I will have links to both of their channels in the description, so please, when you're done here, go by and give them some YouTube love. And if you like what you see here, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. Don't forget to click the little bell so you'll get notified whenever I post a video. Though, spoiler alert, I post a new video every Thursday. The look that I'm going to be replicating is this iron and glass wall sconce from Wayfair. It retails for $104.99. Mine's definitely going to be cheaper than that. Don't forget to check out the playlist for Look for Less June 2020 and see what all the other YouTubers came up with. There's some super talented people out there. So without further ado, let's get to the tutorial. For your supplies, here's what you're going to need. A rectangular charger plate. This one's from the Dollar Tree and it cost me $1.25. It's 14 inches long and 6 3/4 inches wide. A glass cylinder vase. I had this one in my craft stash, but I'm sure you can get something similar from Dollarama or Dollar Tree. This one is 9 inches high and 3.5 inches in diameter. The next piece is this jar with screw top lid, which I used in the original version of this, and as you'll see later, I changed my mind because I didn't think it was working as well as I wanted it to, and I substituted a wooden disc. So I will show you both versions and you can choose whichever one you like best. And a bamboo embroidery hoop. This one is 4 inches and I actually ordered these off of Amazon. I ordered a 10-pack and they arrived overnight. So it was easier for me than driving into town to Michael's to get one. Cost of these per hoop is $2.50. You're also going to need one of these round craft circles that are from Dollar Tree for $1.25, a hot glue gun and glue sticks. Mine's a little messy. These craft sticks, you probably need just 1 or 2 of these, and aviation snips, tin snips, or anything that'll cut wood. So the tray is 14 inches from outside edge to outside edge and 12 inches from inside edge to inside edge. And we're going to be basing it on the inside edge measurement. The cylinder vase is 9 inches, and so 12 minus 9 equals 3, which gives us 3 inches to play with, and we are going to split the difference and do 1.5 inches on the bottom edge. And I'm using a black Sharpie here to do the marks on the tray, and it's not going to matter because we're going to end up painting this, so making marks isn't going to make any difference. I've just used a popsicle stick with the ends cut off to use as a straight edge that'll fit in here to mark my line. Hey guys, so full disclosure, I'm not happy with the way this came out. Here's my original one, and although I love the way it looks, it's just too wibbly on the bottom, and I just don't feel like it's solid enough. So I kind of changed ideas midstream. So what I've done is I ripped the bottom piece off after all that work. And instead, I went with this. So this is also from the Dollar Tree. These are $1.25. It's like a little wooden disc, I guess. So I think I'm going to swap it out and finish it up this way, just because I don't want you guys to put this on your wall and have it all off. That would suck. So parts of my video are going to look a little bit whack because I did all the video with the lids, and then at the last minute I decided to change it out, but live and learn, and I don't want to screw you guys over. So yeah, I'm going to finish it off this way. So I've glued this piece on instead, and I'm actually going to tuck a screw into the back just for extra hold and give it another coat of spray paint, and then I think we're good. So this was my original plan. Originally I used the screw cap from these jars. So if you want, you can still use the lid, or the alternative is to use the wooden disc for a firmer base. For glue, I used E6000 with a lid, and I used hot glue with the disc. So because the rim of the charger plate is a bit flared on the edge, you're going to need to cut a couple little pieces of, it's just a little craft stick. I have boxes of this stuff. So I've just marked it at 2 inches and 4 inches and cut 2 little pieces off to raise the embroidery hoop a little bit. If you don't do this, you won't be able to get the candle holder, the cylinder vase in and out. So using my trusty aviation snips, you can use wire snips or whatever you've got that'll cut through a wooden stick. I cut the little pieces and then drew my line on the other end of the tray at the 2-inch mark. And then you're going to glue the 2 sticks on the inside edge of your 2-inch mark. Next, you're going to take the interior section of the embroidery hoop, and then you're just going to glue it down on top of the 2 sticks and center it and let it dry. Okay, so now it's time to apply paint, and I just used paint that I had on hand. I had a jar or can of paint that was supposedly flat black, although I'm not sure if it's flat black. That's just me pulling out a little glue string out of there. So little word of warning to pull out all those little extra bits of glue and rub off those bits of glue before you spray paint it would be a little bit smarter. So yep, just give it a good spray, and then this stuff that I had dried in 10 minutes, and then flip it and turn it and get all the little spots. You don't, for this tray, if you use this same tray, you don't have to worry about the back because it's already black. If you had a different color on the sides, you'd probably want to paint those out black as well. Okay, so for the final thing we need to do before putting in the candles is we need to attach something to the back so it can hang off the wall. So here it is all painted up, and we're just going to flip it over. And I had 2 different ones that I found. I have a little container full of picture hooks and hangers and bits and bytes. So here's one of them. So there's this one, and I also had this one, and I think I'm going to go with this one. So I'm going to attach this using hot glue. I have marked it down 2 inches, so same as the front side, and I put a line to keep it straight, and then I mark the center. So I'm just going to glue this and center it on this line using hot glue. I'm going to err on the side of more is more. So that's pretty centered. Here we go. It's nice and centered. And then I'm going to do the same to the other one. Okay, so as I mentioned, change of plans. I opted out of my original piece, which is this, because it's just too wobbly and it's making me angry. So I traded it out for this piece of wood, which is super sturdy. And to make it more sturdy, I've marked the spot on the back. I'm going to screw a little hole in the back. Make sure I'm going through the right spot. I think I am. Okay. Okay, so here is what the finished look looked like when I used the lids from the jars. So as you can see, the lids are kind of drooping, for lack of a better word. So they just were a little bit too flexy and wobbly, and they didn't stand up as well as I wanted them to. So I switched them out for the wooden discs, and I think in the end the wooden discs worked out much better. So here is the second version where I used the wooden discs, and I think in the end they worked out much better. They stand up straighter and they're super sturdy, especially with the addition of the screw. And so, ladies and gentlemen, there is my first official entry into the Look for Less challenge for June of 2020. It's a Wayfair dupe of an iron and glass candle sconce. Wayfair's cost $104 versus my cost of $10. So the $10 is broken down as for each candle sconce, $1.25 for the tray, $1.25 for the discs, $2.50 for the embroidery hoop. I didn't include the cost of the glass cylinder vase because I just had those on hand, but you could add $1.25 for those in as well. So total cost of mine, $5 each, $10 for both. And I have to say thank you so much to Yami for hosting this challenge. I had a really good time even despite my setbacks, and I look forward to doing it again next month. Last thing, as promised, here they are with different color candles just for some inspiration. These are basically dollar store candles in blue, green, and I also did them with a higher white pillar candle, which I think I kind of like the best. Which one's your favorite? Yay, you made it to the end. Thanks for sticking around. Now you get to meet my little dog, Sage.
Say hello. Say hello, Sage. Sage, say hello.